Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to say before we get into this video that it started out one way and seemed like it went another way. But I want y'all to know I take this serious. I take the situation that's going on very serious. And I want everybody to, you know, to be okay from it. So I apologize if it seemed like I'm coming off like, harsh or something like that. That is not my intention. I take it serious. I'm thinking about the families. I'm thinking about especially the kids, the elderly, and stuff like that. And I want y'all to be able to prepare as best as possible, so when things like this happen unexpectedly, everybody can be good. We can be good because we all in this stuff together. Even though I'm not dealing with the snow and stuff like that, I never know what could come up here where we are. We're prone to hurricanes, so that I have to be, try to be prepared as much as possible. And that's what this video is for. It's because I care. I love each and every one of y'all, no matter if you're in Mississippi, if you're Texas, if you up here in the mountain area of North Carolina that actually got some of the stores, some of the snow. I'm like talking over my way because it's just, I love everybody. I mean, I don't even know some of you, and then everybody back home and some. I love everybody, and it's sad that so many people that are able to prepare somewhat won't do it, and then you have to wait for help for help to even help you. So I just wanted to say that before this video start and let you guys know, no, I'm not coming down on nobody. I'm just wanting you to see that you can start now. It's not too late. Once this is over with, you can start now and be prepared somewhat for the next event that may happen, may or may not happen, but it's better to be safe than sorry. So with that being said, I love you all and I hope you enjoy this video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, Mississippi Girl Gardening and Couponing and NC. I am Tamika, coming at you with not an oldie but a good video. So in this video, y'all, this is gonna be a different type of video. With everything going on for us, the winter storm and stuff back home in Mississippi, and I think Texas is, Mississippi and Texas is having it, rough. I've been seeing all over social media and stuff, mainly about Texas, but Mississippi is dealing with some ice and snow and no lights and stuff like that, just like in Texas. But it seemed like, the focus is on Texas, and I feel like the focus should be on both states, but everything I see is running with, Texas. And so this video is pretty much for Texas, for anybody that may take this information useful. I'm just not gonna single out one place or anything like that. This video is from Mississippi. Everybody in Mississippi that's going through this, even if you're not experiencing this, you never know. This just goes to show you, you never know what can happen. I'm from there, born and raised, and I can tell you the amount of ice and snow from this storm and stuff, that is not, you don't get weather like that in Mississippi. So I see that there's no lights, like my mom, my brothers, my whole family is back in Mississippi, and there's no power and stuff like that, and it's cold. You got to think about the kids and everything like that, and just, it's sad. So with that being said, I wanted to do this video to talk to you guys about some things that can be done differently. No matter, like I say, where you at. If you're in Texas, I got some classmates that's living in Texas that I'm seeing on social media that's going through it, that is rough. But this is for anybody. This is for anybody. Even if you're not going through this, hopefully you find this video informational. But mainly, my people back home, Mississippi, we gotta do a little better when it comes to individuals. Prepare. You don't need to prepare. I'm not saying prepare for the apocalypse or none of that stuff. I'm talking about being prepared for everyday things, for things like this to happen. Okay, you would have never would have thought that this would be going on there now. What things can be done? We're not gonna talk about what you could have done. We're gonna talk about what can be done from this point forward. Ask yourself, is there something that you can splurge on, that you can let go of, that's not essential to your well-being, to replace that with something that is essential? And you probably say, what is she talking about? All right, you have to go and see, is you spending money on things that is not necessary? Could it be replaced with something that you can use? Far as food, non-perishable food. And one thing that I see a lot of is people stock up on non-perishable food that's high in sodium and high in that. But you got to look at, if you have high blood pressure or you have things like that, is that food going to help you in a situation? Yes, it gives you food to keep you up, but while it's giving you food to give you energy, it's causing other issues because it's taking that blood pressure up. It's raising your diabetes up, or whatever the situation is that you may be going through. So you want to look at food, but you want to look at it more of a healthy way. Or look at the things that's low in sodium and things like that you buy. Could you have bought you a cheap generator? You don't need a big $5,000 generator. If that ain't in your budget, it ain't in your budget. But could you squeeze out $100 from somewhere in between? If you put $20 up here, and the next paycheck $20 up here, or whenever you got money, until you got $100, you can go to Harbor Freight and it's different places where you get a small generator. And you have to ask, if you're not familiar with it, ask the people in the store, what could you plug to this generator? If it don't hold a huge wattage for it's like a deep freezer or your refrigerator or something like that, a small refrigerator, one of the little refrigerators, like the little small, like $100 refrigerators from Walmart. All right, and you can get these things over the course of the year. Over the course of the year, you don't have to go and get it all at once. So you will have a small generator. You can charge your phone. You can plug up a small refrigerator. In that small refrigerator, you can get baby's milk in it. You can get some bread in it. You can get some frozen vegetables in it. It's a lot of things you can pack in that refrigerator if you don't have no lights and you got that small generator. All right. Far as, and it really bothers me because, it just bothered me. So you say, I'm trying to stay on track. What else could you do? Could you have done? Well, that's why I'm into gardening so much. Because yes, you got snow, but do that mean the next disaster that may come will be snow? You knew the snow was coming. If you had you a garden, you should have food from the season before. You should have food from the season before that you should be able to use then. It don't cost nothing to go to the Dollar Tree and get you 4 packs of seeds for $1. Get you some potting soil for $1. And get you a container if you need to do it for $1. It don't cost nothing. You may be like, okay, Tamika, but what if I live in an apartment? I live in a house with a backyard and everything. But you see behind me, this is what you can do in your house. Not only set up this in my living room to show if you live in an apartment, you still can grow food. You still can grow food. If you watch my channel and you go through my channel, you will see so many videos that I've been doing this year alone, showing you what you can grow inside your home. So living in an apartment, miss me with that. Don't have a balcony, miss me with that. Don't have a backyard, miss me with that. You can do it inside. That's food. And 9 times out of 10, healthy food. So, you don't want a garden, that's fine. You don't want to grow your own food, that's fine. But every time you go to the store, get 2 or 3 cans of this. And have multiple ways. Like you don't have no power, you may not have money for a generator. Alright. Then make sure your food is non-perishable food. Make sure it's low sodium. A lot of vegetables and fruits. Not corned beef hash. A whole bunch of Viennas. And all that stuff that's full of sodium that's only going to make you feel worse in the situation that's going on. Alright? If you know you have a baby that is on milk, stock up on milk as much as you can. Stock up on water as much as you can. I don't care if you got to go to the Dollar Tree and get a 6-pack of water for $1. Every time, as much as y'all stay in the Dollar Tree, you could spend $1 on water each time, or $2 or $3 on water, and put that somewhere in your house, under your bed or whatever, for when something strikes, when something happens. It don't take much for you to do that. Okay, now you can't even depend on if something happens. It may come to where just like all this snow and stuff that came and it don't happen back home like that. What if a storm comes, like a tornado or something, and you have to evacuate? Then you got everything you need at home, and it's hard to take it with you. This is an example. This is my son's old backpack. And when I took them out of public school, I washed the backpack. And I haven't finished this. And this God's will, I'm finishing this. But in this backpack, now everybody in my house, me, my husband, and my 3 kids will all have their own backpack. I had started this a couple months ago, like last year sometime, and I didn't finish it. So I'm going to show you. In this backpack, so far, hand sanitizer. Everybody got one in their backpack. My son has a little thing of deodorant, some lotion, and some body wash. Alright? Last year, I went to Target. You can go to Walmart, wherever. I ordered it from Target, so that's where it came from. I got him a pack of socks that had, I think it's like 10 pairs, 7 to 10 pairs of socks. I did the same for undergarments. A lot more stuff is going in that backpack. Snacks. Healthy snacks. Healthy as possible. Snacks. My kids is not on medication. They're on indigestion medicine. So that stuff will be in my backpack. But the ideal is to have something ready to go. You know, during storms and stuff, people get stuck on the road and everything because they constantly trying to get stuff ready. You need to have something. If you do a backpack for everyone in the house with essentials in it. You need whistles in it. You need flashlights and different things like that. Me and my husband backpack will have that stuff in it. As far as the kids, I'm putting water and stuff, extra water and stuff in here. Different things like that. If you got a vehicle, you can do something even better. Get you a tote bin. Put canned food, water, and a blanket blanket. Cover up, blanket in it. Leave it in your car. You can do that in one day. Leave it in your trunk or whatever, or your vehicle. Every 6 months, go through that. Take out what's about to expire, or something about to expire, and replace it. But it's always something for you to go. You know, if you know you're on medication that you have to take daily or something, see if you could get you an extra prescription of it. 2 months supply at one time to have on hand. Those are things you can do instead of being out here doing everything that just really don't make sense. You know, I see, and I'm not knocking nobody, but I see a lot of people, all they want to do is party. All they want to do this, but then when something happens, they got to depend on the state or other people to come and fix this or turn this on or this. I saw what a lot of people were saying, the stores with no food. Because once they opened it up a little bit, people went in and grab. Couldn't you have had some of that stuff at home stashed away? I mean, when you got Dollar Trees and stuff like that, where everything is $1, it's no excuse. Can you not splurge on those cigarettes? You know, if you smoke cigarettes, don't smoke them so quick, where you gotta buy them another in the next 2 days. Cause you can use that you're gonna spend on those for something that you may need, especially if you got kids in the house. You don't wait till the last minute to do things like that. But my thing is, from now on, you can start now. It's not too late, because none of us know what's to come. Don't nobody know. It could be another storm. You see how this, did nobody expect this? You know what I mean? You was warned that the polar storm or something was coming through, but didn't nobody know it would be like this. You know. And I know it had got down to the single digits a couple days ago in Mississippi alone. And, you know, no lights. Lights went out yesterday and all that. Like, there's things that can be done. When it comes to seeds, I'm not being funny. If you get food stamps, you get food stamps. But guess what? Going to spend it on steaks and lobster and all this stuff and just wasting them. You know how much food you could have put back? You could take and put a little bit back and cook. If you cook reasonably, you won't need to cook. You won't use a lot of food, put it like that, than what you is if you go buy that expensive shrimp and that expensive lobster. And you just spent all this money on it, and now tomorrow or the next hour or two you hungry. I mean, was it worth it? Like, really, was it worth it? Yeah, you could have did so much more. You got to learn how to start managing. If you get food stamps, you can buy seeds. It's food. You can buy seeds. You can buy plants, vegetable plants. You can buy that with that, if you are fortunate to get them. So it's no excuse. It's no excuse. So I go back to, if you don't garden, fine. If you don't garden, because just like that snow hit, your garden probably would be, if you had frost, if you didn't have, now, no, I really can't say that. I'm not even going to say that. I'm not even going to say that. If you was gardening right now outside, you would be dry. You would have frost tolerant stuff. There are things you can grow that will take the cold, take the frost, and bounce back. I'll have a chance. If it don't completely, have a chance rather than some other stuff. But just say that you lost your stuff in your garden. That's where you bounce back. That's where you go to your next step. You should always have a plan. You never know what can happen. But to live every day And it's not to put fear in nobody. It's not to put fear in nobody. But to live every day and all is on your mind is smoking, having a good time, spending all this money on high alcohol and all this. The makers of that alcohol ain't dealing with what you dealing with. And if they do come across a storm or something like that, best believe their house is well equipped. They got generators. They got this. They got this. So you gotta put your mindset and your priorities need to be where they need to be. Then you play later. You play later. But as an adult, no, not until you got your stuff set. Not until you got what you need. And it don't cost a lot. No matter what, it don't cost a lot. You do this over time. You change your mindset and you will understand it'll be a lot cheaper because you'll start looking at ways to do things. Dollar Tree. Dollar Tree have self-stable milk. Self-stable milk. The milk that's in the cartons, it don't have to go in the refrigerator until you open it. So, take $5 and get 5 boxes every month. Put them in the closet. Don't use them. When stuff like this happens, you could go back and you may have 15, 20 things of milk in the closet that don't have to be refrigerated. So if you ain't got no lights, you ain't got to worry about it. It only got to be refrigerated once you open it. And if you have enough people in your house, pretty sure one of them little cartons of milk is going to go through. If one carton of milk I can get 3 children 2 bowls of cereal out of, yeah. Because when something going on, you're not eating to be stuffed. You eating to be satisfied until the situation is over. And when you're talking about cold, no lights, no, that's no heat, none of that. That's serious. And I guarantee somebody is going to wait till this all over and go back to their normal self, not doing anything. You should not be, this is not a time to be not preparing something, not putting something back. You know you need food to live, to survive. And you know you need to eat right to survive. All this salt and sugar and stuff ain't good for nobody's health, especially not in a situation where you need to try to avoid having to have medical attention at all costs, which it can happen. Even if you eat right now, I'm not saying it can't, but I'm saying if you adding gas to the fire, then that's your fault. So if you know you have high blood pressure or something, don't go out there and if you get vitamins and stuff, don't make that the thing that you're going to eat for the next 5 days that you ain't got no lights. Another thing. If you want a home or apartment or anything that's got a backyard, a cheap $20 grill will work wonders. Because that $20 grill, you can put some charcoal on it. You can start a fire. You can put a pot on it. And you can make some quick soup or something. If you ain't got no meat, vegetable soup, at least you be home. Vegetable soup and some crackers. Because crackers and stuff like that is stuff that you need to be getting and putting back. Emergency supply. But no, what gets me is nobody has time to do it. But you want to depend on somebody else. When it comes to you living and trying to survive the best as possible, when it comes to like stuff like that, being self-sufficient, that is your job. And I'm only trying to tell y'all because I hate it. I hate the situation. It's not really the situation. It's the fact that I know so many don't have that mindset to even try to do things that's going to be beneficial for them and their household. That is my problem. That's my problem. I sit back and watch so much, and it's not for me to say anything. But when stuff like this happen, and you go back, and you just like, I see where it was a lot of things that could have been did different to make it easy for situations like this. So, now I'm going to tell you some things. Like, if you got a grill, keep in mind, if you got charcoals, you can cook on the grill. You know, put your pot and stuff on it and do everything. It's a stove. It's pretty much a stove. I know these states is not used to the snow and stuff like that, so you may not know different things that you can do. My husband is from New York, so some of you may not know that. So he's dealt with even worse snow and situations like that, and he wanted me to let you guys know that if you have cat litter, or somebody may be able to go get cat litter or something like that, you can put that on your driveway, up and down your driveway, and it'll give you traction to, if you want to move your car, if the roads of your driveway or something like that is stuck, or like your car or something stuck in the driveway or something like that, you can try to use cat litter. Who knows, you may have a neighbor or somebody that have a cat that may use cat litter, or you may have a cat and have cat litter. Whichever way, cat litter and salt. I'm pretty sure y'all know about salt, because we have had snow, but salt and cat litter, I helped kind of melt away some of the snow. So he wanted me to tell y'all that. Yeah. So generator. If you want to get a small refrigerator, those are things that you need. That you need on hand. You need some type of, if you do a backpack, if you do a container, or whatever it is, you need things in it for an emergency situation that you can always pick up and go. Pick up and go. And if you do a container or something, you can put it right under your bed. It's pick up and go. Where I am here, we get a lot of hurricanes. We right on the coast of North Carolina. We get a lot of hurricanes. So that's why I'm into, like, it's not why I started years ago, but I'm into the dehydrating and stuff like that, the gardening and all that stuff, because it helps. It helps. It helps save money. It helps for you to be able to dehydrate stuff and take with you. A dehydrated food don't need to be refrigerated until you rehydrate it. So you may have you some dehydrated zucchinis and stuff like that. You add some hot water to it, and you got a meal. Rehydrate right on back. So that's why I do some of the things, and I don't know it all. I can only try to give advice and motivate somebody to just start doing it a little bit at a time. You know, a little bit at a time, because the different posts and stuff I'm seeing on social media, it's sad. You know, people are freezing. It's sad. And not everybody could have did some of the things I'm saying, because you got the elderly and stuff like that. But I'm talking about the able bodies that could, that can, but won't. You gotta help yourself before you expect somebody else to try to help you. How can you expect somebody else to help you if you won't help yourself? Yeah. So, my YouTube channel is a channel to try to help any way I can, help people, give them information, try to help any way I can. Yes, my YouTube is a job now, but it's a job that helps. I'm geared towards helping and spreading any knowledge that I may have. So if you want to learn gardening, if you want to learn different things, y'all know how to reach me. My Mississippi peeps, you know how to reach me. You know how to reach me. I'm right on your page. If you watch this video, evidently we friends on Facebook. You know, if we not friends on Facebook, this my YouTube family, You know to comment, reach me. I even give you my Instagram if you need to go over there and send me a private message or something. So, I don't know it all, but we can come together and learn from each other to kind of lessen the burden when things like this happen. There's so many options and so many things that can be done ahead of time for little or nothing to make it easy when something like this happens. Because if you're a full adult, you don't need to be worried about you all the time. You need to be worried about your children or your elderly parents, or maybe if they're not even elderly, your sick parents, or your parents in general, and your kids and your mate. There are things that can be done while the skies is blue and the sun is out and everything seems all good. There's things that can be done to help when things like this happens. And I had so many things that I wanted to say, and then I get on camera and it's just like forget what I wanted to say, because I'm just like, whew, yeah, I hate it. But yeah, I'm sure I got more ideas. If y'all want to comment or message me privately, or whatever the case may be, do it. I'll respond. Do it. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. Like right now, you may see this mess behind me. I'm actually organizing my seeds because I have a seed video that I have to finish that I started yesterday. But I stopped organizing my seeds and doing what I had to do to try to do this video right here. So this was a last minute spur of the moment video. Because everything is saying Texas, and I feel like everybody that's impacted in this storm, it's people even up here in North Carolina. The storm skipped the coast of which where we at, but it went inland. So it's everybody, not just one state. It's every state that is affected by this storm needs help. And so, yeah. We can do it together. I don't mind. We can do it together. Like I say, you just have to reach out. Any way I can help, I will. Far as like getting you started, helping you where to start. You know, like I say, it's nothing you have to go do overnight, but you do need to start because it's snowed right now. You don't know what the summer gonna bring. And I know Mississippi tornadoes is normal down there, but the snow wasn't normal. But tornadoes is normal. Who say this summer something won't happen that's out of the norm? You need to be prepared or start to be getting prepared as soon as possible. As soon as possible. Start thinking. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here. I'm not even gonna say the normal thing I say. All I'm gonna say is comment and share. If you don't like this video or none of that stuff, that's fine. But comment and share is all I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna ask you to do anything else but those. Because sharing it helps other people. It makes it more recommended, gets to everybody, and hopefully if I help one person or motivate one person, that's enough for me. So with that being said, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm gonna finish doing what I gotta do. And I'll see y'all on Facebook, on Instagram, and also my Instagram is Mississippi Girl Gardening in NC. Mississippi Girl Gardening in NC. If you can't find it, let me know. Send me your information, and then I will follow you. And you can direct message me over there or something like that. It don't matter. So with that being said, y'all be safe, and I'll see y'all in the next video.